So today I have something I want to talk about, and I want to talk about making changes and why sometimes it's hard to make the changes and why it's so important to make the changes and not to be afraid of them. The thing is the word change is absolutely the most beautiful vocabulary word out there, in my opinion. Why is it the most beautiful word? It's because, we all go through life and we all see things in ourselves that we don't like, that we would like to see ourselves improve in and do better in. And I'd like to use a couple examples because of the fact that sometimes it's hard to make change. The reason it's hard to make change is you get so used to just being in the humdrum way of life. You're so used to just doing everything in this setting and doing things, normal. You go to the same job every day, come home, you do the same things. And if you have a roof over your head and you have food to eat, you are able to pay your bills, then you don't want to make the change. But sometimes changes are better for you when you absolutely make the changes. But that's why change is so hard, okay? And the second thing is, why is it so important to be okay with making changes? Because that's how you make yourself better. So a good example is of somebody who has been a drug addict or an alcoholic, and it's affected their relationships with their family, their boyfriends, their girlfriends, their husbands, their wives, their children, because of the fact that they are not able to completely be coherent and be there for their family the way they need. Sometimes it causes them to lose their jobs, causes them to be independable at their jobs, and then they lose their jobs. But it can cause them also to be violent and mean and angry people. So, but it's an addiction. So it's like you have one drink and you think, okay, that's it. But then you can't stop drinking. You can't stop taking the drugs. You can't stop doing this. And it's hard to make that change because it's an addiction. You got to find something to replace it, but then to help you get over that addiction. And so that kind of a change can be really hard. But I will tell you, I have been blessed with being a very strong Christian and being very blessed with seeing people who have made changes and overcome things, strongly entrenched things in their lives. They've blossomed into beautiful butterflies and they became very humble people, very meek people. It's amazing to watch the changes in people when they really start loving something different. When you start to fall in love with something different in your life, it kind of changes you. Like you replace, drinking with reading the Bible or exercising or things of that nature. Spending more time with friends, finding friends and new friends that don't support your addictions that you had in the past, and staying away from things like that. You got to make the changes and make those jumps. And when you make those changes and those jumps in your life, you find out that you are more content and you're more happy. So you go from being afraid to make the changes to really being like, oh, I'm so glad I made those changes in my life. It causes you to become a better person. I've watched, and seen people change, over time, and it's just a beautiful thing to watch. Even if I don't personally get to be the one to study the Bible with them, I can't even tell you how cool it is to watch the changes they make. They come to meetings in ratty clothes and unkempt hair and maybe really a long beard or something, and then all of a sudden they go from that to really clean looking and short hair and things like that. If they're a guy or just a girl, they just change up the way they dress and the way they look, and you just watch the subtle changes and you watch the love that they start having for what they're learning and for God and for things like that. So change is so possible, and it's so wonderful when you make those changes. People can change. People have changed. There's been examples of people who were in gangs and were drug lords and actually was involved in killing people, and they completely done a 180 because of learning about the Bible and learning about things. So let's take this to another level. Let's take this to what my channel is about. And I'm sorry for bringing it up in that way, but you know what? That's special to my heart. I just got finished watching the broadcast, and it was just beautiful to watch it. And the ending of it was talking about our Love Never Fails convention last year, and it was the most amazing thing, because that's one thing that I love so much. We have so many different languages. We have so much literature and more languages than in Google or any of those other websites out there together because we try so hard to reach people in all native tongues, all colors, races, nationalities. You know, it was fun to watch them showing pictures of Korea and Japan and, you know, all these other areas, and them all dressed up in their native dress, you know, that's appropriate for going to, you know, a religious convention, and just seeing the smiles on their faces. They're all hugging each other. It's a beautiful thing. I'm just, you know, it's a blessing. It's a real blessing. You know, I wish everyone could experience what we experience. And so the thing is this: you can make changes when it comes to working out. It's hard. And the reason it's so hard is, like I said, you get into this routine and this ritual, and you have a hard time cutting out your gaming time if you're a gamer. You have a hard time cutting out maybe watching your favorite TV shows, you know, other things that you enjoy, maybe gardening or whatever it may be. It's kind of sometimes hard to carve out the extra time that you need for working out. All you need is from 15 to 30 minutes a day, 5 days a week. That's all you need to make those changes to become a healthier person. You know, and so at the beginning, maybe it's a struggle, but if you have to, okay, so I started playing my game about this time. Set a timer. Be like, if I want to have time to work out today, I can only play my game for 30 minutes because I got all these other things to do, or I have to go to work later. And it's the same like with studying the Bible. The same thing. You carve out time. You make time. Like I made time today to watch the broadcast. I made sure I had time today to watch the broadcast. You know, you carve out time to do your Bible reading, your study. You know, the same, you know, like when you're in school. So it's the same thing that you do for exercise. You carve out that 15 to 30 minutes a day, and that is the time set aside specifically for exercising. You make sure instead of having that piece of cake that you're having something like maybe some fruit or something like that gives you something sweet to eat, that satisfies your craving for sugar. So you cut out, you know, carbs, you cut out the junk food, and you find things to replace it. And sometimes at the beginning, if you're a picky eater, finding healthy foods that you enjoy is hard, but keep trying things. And when somebody gives you something new to try that's healthy, try it, eat it, you know. And as time goes on, you will start having a taste for health food. You'll start enjoying the apple. You'll start enjoying that banana. You'll start enjoying the strawberries. You'll rather have a pepper that's crunchy over and with a little bit of salt on it over having a bag of chips and things like that. So as time goes on and you keep trying and keep working at it, your body kind of slowly gets rid of those cravings and not wanting the other stuff. But you at the beginning, especially the first 2 weeks, you kind of got to force yourself to eat those healthy foods. You got to force yourself to not eat the other stuff. And it's hard because you're like, oh my gosh, I really want this so bad, but I know if I do it, then I may not hit my goal weight of 5 pounds like I wanted to for the next week, like we talked about in setting goals. So you have to really work hard to make changes. Changing is not easy. It's not easy whether you're trying to overcome alcoholic addictions, drug addictions, or just make personality changes to become a better person. Like for witnesses, we're constantly molding ourselves and growing as Christians. Sometimes you have setbacks. And then if you have really good friends and people and family who love you, they see those setbacks and they're going to say something to you. They don't say it to be mean to you. They say it because they love you and they care about you. And are you going to listen to them? Are you going to let that mold you and change you and think, okay, I need to do some self-examining and I need to turn some things around? You know, it's the same with working out. You get somebody that you're comfortable with to help you reach your goals, to help you with eating healthier, to help you motivate you to want to work out, to eat that health food. The same as you need somebody sometimes to help motivate you and encourage you to do better in changing your personality and getting rid of your addictions or becoming a better spiritual person. It's the same with working out and eating healthy. You know, you need to know that you got somebody there, you know, somebody there with a smack. What are you doing? I just seen that. Yeah, I thought you said you weren't going to be eating that this week. Share it with somebody too. When you're trying to make changes, talk with somebody. And when you're having these things, flashbacks come back, that's causing you to, you know, stay on your course of becoming a better person and giving over those addictions, or becoming better with your workouts, or becoming better with your eating habits. If you have somebody that knows you're working towards those goals and then they see you backtracking, you need somebody that, you know, you can trust, that, you know, they're going to say, hey, stop, you're going too far, you're about to cross the line, you need to take a step back and look at yourself. You know, those are the people who love you and care about you, and those are the people that you want to keep close to you, especially when you're trying to make the changes in your life that you need to make. So my goal, my thing is here, you can change. I've seen so many people over the years that I've lived, and I still got a lot to learn myself. I'm still changing and growing myself. You never stop changing and growing. As long as you are living, you are constantly changing and growing into a better person. Don't ever let yourself have a setback and say, oh my goodness, you know, I'm just going to give up on myself because I can't. Every time I turn around, I'm backtracking. No, that's the wrong thing. Keep moving forward. Keep trying. Don't give up on making those changes. Don't be afraid to make those changes, especially if it's something that's going to make you a better person and mold you into something better, so that you can get over into the new world, so that you can get yourself more healthy, more energetic. You know, be a better you. Be the best you that you can be. When you make those changes, it will help you become the best you that you can be. So when it comes to dieting and exercising, keep working at it. Keep fighting for it, because when change does not come easy, you have to fight for it. You have to want it really bad, and you can do it. And anything in your life, any changes in your life that you're trying to make, can be and can happen. I think watching people come to grow into better people and change is the most beautiful thing ever. It is beautiful to see the personalities change and to see them grow into a better person, and to see them become the best them that they can be. And you can do that with your exercise and your eating healthy. And you can do that emotionally, mentally, physically, all the way around. But you gotta want it, and you gotta fight for it. You can't just give up. Change is the most beautiful thing out there. Embrace it. Let it grow. Let it help. Let somebody help you. Ask for help. If you don't know who to ask for help, find somebody you can ask for help. And if you're religious, pray about it, because they will help, because he will definitely help you make those changes, and he will help you find somebody that will help you to get yourself grounded and get those changes made that you need to make in your life, because he loves you more than anybody ever does. He's loved you before you were even born. He's loved you from the minute you were conceived. Life is a beautiful thing, and change is a beautiful thing. So have a wonderful day, everybody. Subscribe to my channel if you like, and check my Facebook page out. And I'm hoping that everyone has a wonderful day today, and I really hope that you are encouraged and inspired from this to make the changes that you need in your life to become a healthier and better you.